this is your boy Dre. You're going to be watching a video that was filmed, possibly, and or recorded for older channels of mine. So this is the Dre of the future telling you that the Dre of the past to enjoy the video. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's different. A lot of y'all wanted some of my older school content, and since I'm going through the hard drive, finding some good gems for you guys to enjoy. All right, stay geeky, y'all. Peace. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of the Geek Depot. It's your boy Dre, and I am going to see if McFarlane has redeemed themselves. As I told you guys in a previous couple videos ago that I had lucked out and I had to return an Xbox One controller, and I ended up, because it was bought at Christmas, I didn't have the receipt, so they made me spend the credit on a bunch of stuff only in that aisle. So I grabbed a couple of the figures that I not normally would have purchased, but because I have been wanting some new twists and turns on some of my figures and doing a little bit more of the photography, I decided to take a shot and try to grab something a little different. And I saw these Borderlands figures. This is the character Lilith from Borderlands, and this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is a McFarlane figure, folks. I mean, the detailing in his figures is very, very awesome. It is where he has lost me is in the ability to be flexible for cool posing with, you know, the Marvel Legends. So I'm going to take her out. We're going to unbox her, and we're going to see how she holds up and see if she can get her to stand on her base without a base. So I figured let me just give you guys a little look at the box. And I mean, she retails for $20. So, I mean, I feel like already just off the bat, to the base, the one accessory in the figure for $20. I mean, this would be like a $12 figure, you know, if it was me. I think the detailing would make it maybe a $15 figure, but, you know, there are some fans of Borderlands that would probably disagree with me. Maybe even probably some of my students. But, again, it's McFarlane, so you know mostly you're paying for name. But I would have rather, if I'm paying for name, and this is always fun, malfunction at the junction, as more Ronaldo would say. Alright, so, we again have this ridiculous plastic, like, rubber band. Let's see how the... Okay, well, let's just get her out of this. See, now, this is what he does so weirdly cool. Like, if you look at the background, he does these little splash backgrounds. I like this. Like, if he didn't have this piece of stock up here, I mean, it looks awesome. You could, like, probably mirror this onto a thing and build off of it, you know? Alright, well, let's see. Her base is easier to get to. It's taped in. I mean, McFarlane, I'm not mad at you. I mean, I've read your comic book since I was like a teenager, you know, and I'm gonna be 42 years old this year, so. Alright, that's that first one. Let's see if I can pop this laser gun. And here's the funny thing. I wanted this pistol specifically for a Deadpool Marvel Legend, and I was like, if it fits in the Marvel Legend hand, then I win. So, McFarlane might be a little upset that I'm going to kit bash, but what the hell. Alright. He's got to stop with these plastic rubber band thingies. They're aggravating as all get out. Alright. So, here's a close-up of the figure. I figured I'd give you guys a good look at her. You know, I think she looks good. I think it's a very, you know, cool looking figure. Detailing is very, very nice. Again, I can't fault him on that. I don't like how I could see the pegs. This looks like a semi. I don't remember how many points of articulation this has. I think, let me double check. These things, I think these are like less than the Marvel Legends. If you guys know what this is, just hit me up and comment below and just let me know, because I that's the one that I didn't do my homework on. I should have. use them a better guide that. So let's see if she will stand on her own. Already a win. She stands perfectly without a base. That makes me pleased. I do like the hair effect, where she's already, like, if you could see the hair effect, it looks really cool. And it has like this windswept. It's very limited head movement, but he gives some upper torso. So, like, he's been working on this, I guess. I don't know. I do not like these arms, though. They're very flimsy looking. I mean, if the character's supposed to look like this, I mean, obviously I get it, but I feel like if I bend her the wrong way with her arms, she's gonna like fall apart, which stinks. But you know, it kind of sucks. Let's see how they got her with the gun in her right hand. Now here's the problem. I feel like they make these guns, and then when you try to get them in the character's hand, they don't fit. So she stands on her own. So far, that's the biggest plus. I want to scale her up against, and we're going to use good old trusty reliable Killmonger. So she is the exact same size as a Marvel Legend, which is awesome. So scale wise, they're the exact same size, which means that her weapon there's a fair logic to my brain that this would say that this weapon would definitely fit in a Legends Deadpool hand. Obviously not Killmonger's because he's got claws, but if I were to break out another Marvel Legend that had the like kind of gun grip, I bet you that would fit. So thank you, Killmonger, for starring in another video. Michael B. Jordan, you are still alive. But yeah, so far this figure wins on those 2 points already. That I can use this for other figures if I didn't want this figure, but I do like this figure. No option, the optional base with Borderlands on it, which is useful. But the fact that she stands on her own, good. Now the problem with this is noticing that it feels very stiff, but again, it's a brand new figure. Not a whole lot of room to do a lot of dynamic posing, which makes it difficult. I mean, as you can see, I'm not trying to strain to get her to pose, but oh, look at that. See, that's the worst part. Like when you try to dynamic pose and then the foot comes off, but I got her back on. So McFarlane, you're losing points on here, buddy. So this is why, like, I get mad, because these figures look so beautiful, but he doesn't want you to. These are obviously pieces for where he says it's 12 plus. So this is not meant for your kid to go play with. This is meant for, like, you know, for you to just basically do what I did with my arrow, where he literally just sits there holding the bow and arrow. I can't really use him for the poses I was trying to use him for, which is for, what was it called? So I never finished the lovely episode because somehow the camera died, but it was about this figure. So if you guys don't know, I bought this, or I should say I bought this. I had returned something and got this Lilith figure, and McFarlane and I do not have a good relationship. I have sold off the 3 McFarlane figures I had, except for this one. I had 4. I kept her because I already opened her up and displayed her, and I thought that I'll give it a shot to keep it. But at the end of the day, McFarlane, unless if you watch my videos, which I don't think you do, but if you do, for whatever you do in the future, my friend, please put more points of articulation in them. It's driving me crazy. They're so beautiful, but you can't pose them. I know you're trying to compete with SH Figuarts and Marvel Legends and the Power Ranger stuff and Black Series, Star Wars. Come on, man, step up your game. Some of these toys look terrible. I mean, beautiful to look at, but I can't dynamic pose anything out of this. Even NECA's showing you guys up. Come on, McFarlane. Please. So, I wanted to finish that video because I was watching to edit it. And obviously I've time jumped into the future. So this is like 3 weeks after I've gotten this figure. So yes. I think it actually might have been longer. Who knows? But as always, my friends, stay geeky. Peace.